SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Myself, Professor Madhu Tirthani. Today we are going to take one of the important topic in Business Management Paper 3, Leadership and Motivation. In previous sessions, we have dealt with directing. Now, we are going with the leadership. In this, we are going to learn regarding leading, deciding, communicating, motivating, selecting, developing. There are certain special topics on leading also, that is lead changes, new leader strategies, and super leadership also. Let us see one by one. According to us, what is a leadership style? A leadership style, a leader should be a very nice person. He should able to accept his losingness. He should able to compromise himself, compromise with the situation. He should be a task master and he should be an ideal manager. Leadership style. No single style fit in all the situation. This means that sometimes a leader has to be dominating, sometimes a leader has to be democratic, sometimes he should be in a participative. It depends upon the situation what kind of leadership style we have to adopt. A person's dominant style is determined by the personality traits. Different leadership style can be effective with the different people at different time. As I earlier said, leadership style depends upon the circumstances. What kind of circumstances the management is having? What kind of circumstances the management is facing? It depends, it varies, and we should be very effective with it. Whereas leading means what? To cause the people to take an effective action for attaining the organization goals. He is a person who motivates us to achieve some organization goals. The functions of leading. A leader should be deciding, he should be communicating, he should motivate us, select the right person for the right job, he should not be biased with anyone. At the same time, he should encourage or in fact develop the qualities of the people also. First of all, what is deciding? Deciding refers to arrive at conclusion and judgment. He has to arrive to the conclusion by looking or by observation. He should ensure that whatever decision he has taken, it's one of the quality decision and it is for the benefit of the organization. There are certain types of decision. Sometimes the decision should be spontaneous, that is innovative. He has to take a spontaneous decision. He can't wait for the other persons, he can't wait for other management members. Reasoned decision, it based upon certain logical analysis, upon the facts, evaluate alternatives, mental resources, problem solving he should be, think consistently what we can do in certain situation and minimize the probability of errors also in taking the decision. See why decision making is difficult. Being a leader, I think that if I being a leader, the management decisions or whatever decisions making which we are taking is difficult because it might affect the management also. Constantly natures involving the people of the unpredictable behavior. Sometimes some of the employees are behaving, for example, sometimes some employees are behaving in a very good manner, but the same employee may behave in a very different manner. In that case, we have to take decision because it may create a problem to the organization also. Insufficient or poor quality or excessive and not analyzed. Sometimes he might have taken the decision in a very spontaneous manner. He might not analyze the information what he is getting. The decision which he is taking, it have a greater impact to the organization. Nature of decision, he should be having a various alternatives towards the solution. Which kind of alternative is the best one for the organization, he has to think about it. Affected by the consensus and the commitment of affected people, that is also important. Whatever decision he is decided, it is to be implemented, but that decision is affected to the people also, he has to think about it before deciding. There is certain complex in the decision making process and that complex can be removed only with the help of coordination. There are certain criteria also for good decision. Correct or change the situation which created the noted problem. Be feasible relating to the resources required and the value created. Not causing major disaster to the unit, he has to think about it. Whatever he has to think, He has to decide there should be minimum risk involved by taking that decision. See, who is to make that decision? Staff and manager and managers. They are the persons to whom the decisions has to be taken. Decision by the staff. Normally the decision taken by the staff related to the techniques. Might be there are certain technological errors in that. He has to decide it whether to change the technology. The staff has to decide it, or whether to bring some solution towards that problem. Option. What is the option available so that the current situation can be in process, current operations can be carried out. There are certain social events which the staff can only think about it. For example, group picnics, golf outing, Christmas parties, that only the staff can decide whether they want to participate in that or not. Decision taken by the manager and the staff. There is a coordination in the manager and the staff. See, manager is sitting in the cabin. He doesn't know about the technicalities. In that case, there are certain decisions which he has to take with the coordination with the staff. Conferences, seminar attendance, training needs or not, that only manager and the staff will decide it out. There are certain policies which has to be implemented by the manager, but he has to implement those policies or procedures in consultation with the staff only. Team membership, that is a workload balance should be there. Personality fitness should be there. Working relations between the employees and the management. Exposure and the visibility, set of skills and all. See, decision wholly taken by the manager is priority of the task and projects. What projects he has to take first? Suppose if the management is having more than one project, which project is very essential right now? He has to decide it out. Personal assignments, work group compositions, evaluation, job action, which employee is doing the best so that he can give the increment or enrichment of the job and all. Everything has to decide by the manager only. Administrative, that is the policies, procedures, office space assignments, special exceptions and all, and any kind of confidential matters. See, while there are certain processes for taking the decision making also. First, we have to assess the problem. We have to find out what problem we are having. Then, collect the facts. Whom have created that problem? What are the causes of that problem? Then we can define what is the actual problem is. And what are the alternatives to solve that problem. And accordingly, we will select the best solution or best alternative. And after that, we implement those solutions so that the problems can be resolved. Decision making should be in team. It should depend upon the group dynamism, conflict considerations, closure, whatever. There are certain decisions which can be taken in the team members only. For example, group dynamics. If they want to change the group members, then it requires a consultation of the group members also. If there is a conflict, that conflict can be resolved by in the group decisions only. Considerations, or we have to close that projects, that can be decided by the team members, not by the individual himself. See, the next part is of communicating. Deciding is also refers to the where we have to communicate those decisions which we have taken. Communication is nothing but to create an understanding and acceptance by conveying the facts, viewpoints, impressions and our feeling. Communication is very important to reduce the gap between the employee and the management. However, how we can communicate it? By asking, telling, listening or understanding. First of all, asking. Asking an open and insightful question to gain the knowledge and to improve the understanding of the situation at hand. For example, we should ask from the employee what kind of problem they are facing in implementing that project, in doing that project. Quality of question is a clear indication of the questioner's grasp of the situation at hand. Whatever questions which we are asking and we are getting the quality answers on that, based on that answers, we can improve our process also. Telling. Giving them the information to keep the people busy about the matter of the concerns. We should give the information to our peer group, to our employees, to the bosses, to the suppliers, to our customers, so that they can use the products and they can use that information in future also. Judgment is needed as to what to tell and what not to tell. Seek the balance between trust creation and no surprise event should be there. This means that there should not be that employees ko pata hi nahi what they have to do. We should tell the information. We should give the information to them. Listening. Remain focused in listening to the subtext or the true meaning of the exchange. We should have a capability of listening of others also. Maintain the eye contact. Exercise a self-discipline to control on argue to talk. We should not argue with our employees unnecessary and avoid interrupting others. We should try to listen first. Then we will decide it out. Understanding. To hear by the head and to feel by heart is also important. Whatever information they are giving us, we should understand first. Assess the degree of sincerity and the verbal intonation, facial expressions and the body language also. Whenever they are asking or whenever they are telling, we should have an eye contact with them so that we can assess the body language, what the other person wants to say. Recognize the shared meaning, that is emotional and the logical also. However, there are certain barriers to communication. First one is semantic. Semantic refers that there are certain words or the meanings or terms which have the double meanings or which have the multiple meaning. There are certain words. Selective seeing. Sometimes we want to see only what we want to see. अगर किसी के ऊपर डाउट है तो हमें हमेशा वही दिखेगा कि that he is doing something wrong. Selective listening. Hears only what one want to hear. अगर मुझे कुछ सुनना पसंद है तो मैं सिर्फ वही सुनूंगी जो मुझे सुनना है. I'm not going beyond that. Emotional barrier. There are certain strong attitudes, feelings, personal bias also sometimes with that person. If I have some problem with that person, I always have a barrier with him or her. Motivating. To motivate is to apply a force that excites and drives an individual to act in way preferred by the manager or the leader. It is one of the factors which influence us, which motivate us that we should work for the organization. But how we can motivate? We should inspire. First of all, inspire means we should willingness to get the work done by us. We should be willingly to do that work. We should not be forced by the person that we have to do this work. It should be willing from us that we want to do that work. Encourage. We should try to encourage that person by having a sense of just giving a praise or recognition or approval, somewhat like that. It will be encourage that person to work. Impel. Force, correction, compulsion, punishment, such kind of things we should try to avoid it. But in certain cases it might be motivate that person because, for example, if there is a supervisor in the class, then only the student will remain silent because the student knows it that the teacher is going to punish that person who is creating a nuisance in the classrooms. There are certain techniques to enhance the motivation also. Participation. Give them the participation. Feel the employee that you are the family member of an organization. Promote the ownership of ideas, projects, tasks or programs. Communicate with them. Communication is also important. Objective or metric communication should be there. At least once in a week there should be a common lunch for each and every employee with the management member. Recognition, appraisals, loyalties, confidence can improve it. Delegate the authority. We should convey the trust. We should try to delegate authorities. Show the interest in results. We should have that much, that we are interested in your results, not in the organization. There is one theory which is called as a Maslow hierarchy model theory. First is self-actualization, that is self-development and realization of growth potential. Esteem, ego, recognition is there. Social, peer acceptance, group affiliation. Safety, job security. Psychological need, food and shelter. Now let us discuss in detail. First of all, we should have a psychological need should be fulfilled. An employee psychological need, that is food, clothes and shelter, should be fulfilled. Then safety. A job security should be given to each and every employee. And third is group affiliation. That is, the good atmosphere of working should be given to the employee. There should be a good teamwork provided to the employee in an organization. Ego, recognition, praise should be given to the employee if they have done the good work. Self-development. They should realize that there is a development in themselves by giving them the training, by giving an opportunity to attend the seminars and all. See, a higher level need only arises when the lower one is satisfied. See, since we all say that the human being is greedy, once our psychological needs satisfied, then we are going with the safety, and then once that safety has been satisfied, then we are going with our social need. Once that social need is satisfied, then we are going with our self-esteem and self-actualization needs. An unsatisfied need act as a motivator. Sometimes when our needs are not satisfied, we are trying to achieve it. We strive very hard to achieve that. That is also one of the motivating factors. At the top level, needs are never fully satisfied. So every time we require praises, recognition, our growth is important. There are certain motivating factors for the professionals also. Self-expressions, creativity, there should be certain room for making the decision, methods, own talents should be, they should have getting a platform to show their own talent. Independency should be given to each and every employee, to each and every professional. Recognition for the achievement is also important. Whenever, whatever we have done, there should be certain kind of a recognition from our boss. Variety of challenging work should be given so that they should not feel like a lethargic person. They should not feel lethargic by doing the same activity each and every day. Pay and give the benefits to the minor as also act as a motivator. So, we have done with our deciding and motivation factor today. In the next sessions, we are going to start with some of the change in organization culture. Thank you for listening me patiently. Thank you very much.